Well done, Liz Trust. All hell, Liz Trust. Well done, Liz Trust. All hell, Liz Trust. Let's go over. Let's go over live to 10 Downing Street. Here we go. All hell, Liz Trust.
About it a lot, and she hasn't just sort of always had the same mindset. I think, she can argue that the fact she was a Lib Dem and chose to become a Tory is actually quite a positive thing.
Yes, it's like embracing a Brexit. She's got the zeal of a convert.
Exactly that. Yeah. So I think that's not a minus point. I think was it her dad who said he wouldn't vote for her, or she said she didn't think her dad would vote for her if she was Prime Minister, because he's still very much a Labour supporter. They've got the umbrellas out.
This is not great because it's absolutely pouring down. You're watching the telegraph.
Who's pissing on our parade? Someone's pissing on our parade.
It is chucking it down.
The thunderbolts and lightning in a very
very frightening.
Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody way. That's Jason Stein. He's one of Theresa May's.
Oh, they've got a bin bag over the microphone. Oh, the sketch writers are saved.
But don't you now think that two people are going to have to accompany her with umbrellas?
Umbrella,
She can't stand there in the rain. That'll be a disaster.
OMG, funny.
And fashion perspective. That's Jason getting absolutely soaked.
This is a uniquely political thing.
We mustn't laugh. So what's going to happen is poor Liz is going to be covered in.
Explain the context of that special
advisor. Going to be covered in rain.
Special advisor to Amber Rudd.
Poor Liz.
Worked for the Duke of York. He was the person who told the Duke of York that it wouldn't be a very good idea to go on Newsnight for an hour with Emily Maitlis. The Duke told him he didn't know what he was talking about. He promptly resigned, and now he's working for the next Prime Minister.
Jason resigned. Sadly, it wasn't the Duke of York who resigned.
No, I know. Good advice that wasn't heeded, unfortunately. Yes. The brollies are up in Downing Street, folks. We're waiting eagerly for Theresa. I keep on saying Theresa May. I've got her on the brain. I don't know why.
That would be a turn up.
Where is the May box?
Is it going to be another Theresa May?
She's not showing any support.
Nothing so ex as an ex-Prime Minister. And
there's nothing sisterly about this, is there? In fact, is there beef between May and Truss?
Would you want the spectre of Theresa May hanging over you when you're doing your speech? Probably not.
All hell, Liz Truss.
Right, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but didn't end well for her, so I don't think you necessarily want to be staring at her when you're trying to do your confidence boosting big speech. So they're still driving. They're not there yet.
Let's try and identify the geography there. It looks a bit Victorian. It looks like Victoria slightly. Are they coming down past the Buckingham Palace on the left-hand side?
Are they? I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know if they are.
Do tweet us if you know exactly where
the
cars are.
Is it the Mall?
No, I don't think it's the Mall. It's got too much writing on it.
Too much writing?
Yeah.
Oh, too many road markings.
Oh, yeah.
There's no road furniture on the Mall.
Yeah, you're right.
Frankly,
it's not the Mall.
That's just not the way we do things in the UK.
No, it's not, is it?
So we talked about Hugh O'Leary. It's funny, isn't it, for a prime ministerial spouse?
Yeah.
Do they play a kind of Dennis-esque role? Do they stay absolutely
I think so.
Is it easier for a husband than a wife? I think it's easier for a husband.
I'll tell you what, if we're talking about jocks and nerds, we could do that game with prime ministerial spouses, because Carrie was very much a jock when it comes to...
Yes.
And Philip May was very much a nerd. I think we're definitely going to go back to a nerd in Truss's husband, with all, with the greatest of respect.
So have you ever bumped into Philip May around the corner in the Pret-a-Manger?
Well, I've certainly bumped into him.
Yes.
And I've certainly spoken to him, and he was as awkward to speak to as Theresa May was.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
Yes.
But his job was to stay in the background, and that's it is absolutely bucketing
I'm
down.
going to do a quick weather check
to
see how long this rain is going to last.
Oh,
we can hear it now. Do you think they'll move this inside, Gordon?
There's lecture movement.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, dear me.
In it goes.
No, it's already a fuck up on the first.
Are they just moving it to keep it dry? Are they going to bring it back out?
It looks like they're just sort of borrowing the canopy of people's umbrellas to keep the lectern dry.
It's 4:51 now, by the way. And folks, you're watching the Telegraph live stream.
So she's late.
Gordon Rayner.
The new Prime Minister is late on her first public
We are
engagement.
not in a very wet Downing Street. We're in a dry studio.
Liz Truss is meant to be giving her keynote maiden speech outside the laminated black door of number 10, where only hours earlier today Boris Johnson said farewell after his 3 years in office, and it's absolutely pouring down. We've got assembled supporters, hopeful cabinet members, all in Downing Street getting soaked, taking cover under umbrellas. We were told in the press that if this was going to be the scene weather-wise, that this whole event was going to be taken inside to the briefing room where they did all of the COVID press conferences.
What?
Someone's pissing on her parade.
The trouble is with this is you're quite right about sketch writers. There's Therese Coffey, the woman who is touted to be the next Deputy Prime Minister.
They might all be getting wet for nothing if this ends up happening indoors as well.
But don't you think she cannot do this with this weather? It will be such a distraction.
Well, if you're Prime Minister, you've got to be nimble on your feet, don't you? And you have to make decisions in a split second. So this is going to be one of her first big decisions as Prime Minister. Do I plough on and do the stoic standing in the rain under an umbrella thing, or do I go for the more presentationally...
What would you do, Gordon? Come on, think now, think
I
on your feet.
think I'd do it outside. All these people have been standing there for ages. They've all got soaked. The very least you can do is give them something to remember, rather than...
I'm just going to give you the forecast here. 57% chance of rain continuing to 5 o'clock, 55% chance of it continuing to 6. It is not going to stop raining, folks. Therefore, well,
she's still driving.
What you need right now is you need a very quick erection of a Union Jack-clad canopy.
A gazebo.
That's what you need at this moment in time. The Prime Ministerial Range Rover there is heading towards Downing Street now.
I've got an idea. She could just sit in the car and do it.
Really? Is that the right look?
It would be different though, wouldn't it?
The people at Land Rover will be absolutely
They
delighted
would,
with
wouldn't
the
She'd get a free one.
Or is it
Range?
I think it's a Range Rover, not a Land Rover.
It's a Range Rover, but yeah, imagine that if she just said, look, I'm just going to wind the window down and do the speech from here because it's dry. And then she'd still be in the street.
Is it because we're doing live commentary? But has this been the longest journey from
like
RAF Norfolk in history?
I think they might be going around the block in the hope that it's going to stop raining.
Do you think they're stalling? Everyone's going inside. Right. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, watching this Telegraph live stream, we've got the scene outside Downing Street of people now hurriedly rushing inside because I think that Liz Truss's speech now looks like it is going to be presented from the briefing room inside number 10. Tell us about the background to that corner because it didn't exist. It was the scene that cost Allegra Stratton her job.
Yeah. It's going to be a room that is going to be full of steam from the rain evaporating off people's clothes. It's going to be very, very muggy in there, isn't it? Once she gets inside, this is so the room is inside number 9 Downing Street, which is the building you can see there in the centre of the picture, and that has in the past been used as a courtroom. Many years ago, I've attended court hearings in there, but it was converted by Boris Johnson into this all singing, all dancing TV studio, effectively, so that they could do speeches from in there. It was used during COVID quite a lot. The reason that they gave for spending millions of pounds on turning it into this TV studio, look, they're only just going past, is that the...
Chelsea Bridge?
Yeah. Anyway, the reason they gave at the time was that they were going to do these daily televised press briefings, like the White House.
Like, what was she called? C.J. Craig?
In the West Wing. Absolutely. Yeah. So that was the idea, and then lo and behold, they realised actually that was a terrible idea, because all that would happen was that nobody would watch them, and then the TV news would clip up all the terrible bits where they'd been unable to come up with an answer.
Yes.
And so they binned the whole idea, and they've been left with this very expensive TV studio / briefing room.
Blue. Can I just say that? It's far too blue. The lecterns are going inside, so that's it. We know now that this is not going to take place on the steps of
There'll
Downing
have to be a
Street.
different lectern, because that's a different building. So.
I don't know what that means for the optics. I mean, it's tradition that you're on the steps of Downing Street to deliver these sorts of addresses in a historic context.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of breaking news, Gordon.
Have you?
I've got a bit of breaking news from
She's turned down the job.
No, from our Telegraph colleagues, who is saying that Lord Frost
Yes.
is set to be made Foreign Secretary.
What?
Yeah. So apparently, having turned down 2 jobs that he thought was insignificant,
Yes.
he is now poised to be appointed as one of the key secretaries of state.
Not Cleverly.
Not James Cleverly. Wasn't it a bit of a leap for Cleverly? I mean, he's a junior
Well,
minister.
It was, but it was also very much a steer, shall we say, that was coming from people very close to Liz Truss, that he was going to be the new Foreign Secretary. So if Lord Frost is the new Foreign Secretary, that is going to be a massive surprise. I spoke to Lord Frost yesterday because we were writing about the fact that he turned down a couple of jobs. He definitely did not at that point expect to be in the cabinet. I can tell you that.
All right, hang on, I might have had my wires crossed here. It's somebody saying, oh, sorry, I need some more clarification from my Telegraph colleagues who are sending me messages on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Hang on. People
it's going to be
They're coming back out.
No wonder I'm confused. I do apologise. Somebody
God
said
has
in the live blog,
taken.
I do apologise.
Yes.
People
God
watching
has
this
taken
live
pity.
Somebody said in the live blog that Lord Frost
Should be the Foreign Secretary.
I do apologise.
Goodness me. Thank goodness we don't do this for a living.
It's good that it's not raining inside on our
Yes.
parade here.
It probably ought to be.
So somebody wants him to be Foreign Secretary. He's not going to be. It's going to be back to James Cleverly then.
Phew.
Scrap what I just said. You're also relieved because you were the one who had to make these predictions
I
at
did.
the weekend.
2 weekends ago, I had to do
That's
who's
an impossible
I had to do a
task.
who's going to be who in the cabinet 2 weeks out, and if I'd have got Cleverly wrong, then my hit rate was going to be dire.
Wow. All right, so Cleverly's back in. Ignore me on Frost. He's turned down 2 positions.
We can breathe again.
You wrote a story yesterday saying he wasn't taking anything, so you're now vindicated. The motorcade continues. The crowds are back outside in Downing Street. Are they bringing the lectern back outside?
I guess so.
This is the British weather basically having fun and playing havoc with the constitutional procedures of this great nation of ours, Gordon. And you're watching the Telegraph live stream. It's Camilla Tominey and Gordon Rayner. I can confirm that Lord Frost is not going to be Foreign Secretary, even though a Telegraph reader would like him to be so. He does write for the Telegraph, and he does write very sensibly.
Here comes the lectern.
It's back. The lectern is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Loving to see that back in position. The heavens have closed, having just been opened, and all of the MPs, the colleagues that have been supporting Liz Truss, and the colleagues that actually look very likely to be appointed to her cabinet, are gathered in Downing Street now, again, waiting for her arrival. It looked like she just passed.
Jason's taken his jacket off because it's so wet. He's now in shirt
Yeah,
sleeves.
everyone's soaking. Ben Wallace there is taking photographs. He's taking a selfie with Nadeem Zahawi. Brandon Lewis is looking on with envy. Why aren't I included in the selfie? He's thinking.
Last picture.
And can I just say, Gordon, I just want to make a sartorial point because you are somebody that takes great pride in his appearance and his ties.
Not for me to say.
Isn't pink the order of the day?
Looks like it. I'm wearing lilac, so I'm, well, it's not the order of the day for me, but yes, there are a lot of pink outfits being worn by some of the ladies in
We had
Downing Street.
Carrie in print, pink.
Yeah.
We had Deanna Davison in print. We've got, to be fair, it's
Anne-Marie
Beth Rigby.
Trevelyan,
Beth Rigby's in pink, I can
Yes.
see her. Anne-Marie Trevelyan,
not known for necessarily being
that
wearing a colour.
lady in the background who I can't identify at this point is also in pink. Jacob Rees-Mogg is in pink, just kidding. He's in a double-breasted suit as ever.
Yes, I've never even seen him wear a pink shirt.
Hang on, the umbrella's
Oh,
going
the umbrella's back
up.
up! It could be the lectern hokey-cokey all over again.
This has to stop.
How exciting.
Where is this car, Gordon? How long is it taking?
Well, it looked as though it was on the embankment, didn't it? It
Yeah.
looked as if it was just about to go past Parliament.
Hang on, where are we now? Oh, hang on, there's a blue route. There's a blue route.
Maybe she's got one of those dodgy taxi drivers who, like, takes you on a massively
Yeah,
long route just to charge you extra.
but she is by Vauxhall Bridge, I think. She's by Vauxhall Bridge. You know that big glass building?
Yeah. This doesn't feel to me like the quickest route from
No, but
North
then
Road to Downing
are you
Street.
suggesting she's on some sort of meter?
I think, yeah,
Do you think
I think
somebody's
she's.
charging by
I
the
think
minute?
she's hired an Uber driver who's trying to make an extra few quid.
Do you know what? I've got a question. Do they have to pay the ULEZ and congestion charge? And if not, why not? I read the other day, and in fact I wrote this in copy, that
Yes.
Sadiq Khan, the London mayor, gets convened around the capital in a £300,000 armour-plated Range Rover,
Yes.
and doesn't pay the congestion charge or ULEZ. How is that fair, Gordon?
Well, you could have knocked me down with a feather, Camilla. Fancy a politician being slightly hypocritical about a policy that affects everybody except themselves. I don't know is the answer. My hunch is that they are probably exempt. But they're all going to be driving Audis soon, aren't they? So
are they going to be driving Audis?
Supposedly,
Tell me about that. I didn't know about that.
Well, they're going to get rid of the Prime Ministerial Dragons. That's Millbank, isn't it?
That's Millbank. There's a Pizza Express down there, and sometimes there are parties.
You can use.
Yeah.
There's a Pizza Express on the corner.
The Duke of York could be there as we speak, not sweating over a margarita.
No.
We're very close now. The cars are coming down Millbank. We're expecting Liz Truss, any minute now, to now speak outside. There's been some rain disrupting play, as is ever the case in Great Britain. In September, you're listening to me, Camilla Tominey, and Gordon Rayner, both associate editors of The Telegraph, watching the live stream here. It's just coming up to 5 o'clock.
Wow,
so
she's very late. This is an hour late.
I mean, is it okay to be late for these sorts of things, Gordon? Builds up a bit of suspense.
Start as you mean to go on, I think, is probably the relevant expression here. When have you ever been to any speech made by a politician that started on time? So she may as well, get people used to what they can expect in the future. I think it's not her fault. I was looking at people tweeting images from Flight Tracker earlier on, and she was circling around Balmoral because there was fog up there, and it's all been delayed because of the weather. And that's not her fault. So we can't really criticise her for that. We probably can criticise her driver, who, as we say, seems to be
going around the house,
taking the really scenic route.
Maybe he's doing the knowledge at the same time. He's double teaming in this cost of living crisis. He's thinking, how can I earn some extra bumps?
Or maybe she's having to tell him to go the long way around because she's having to do some last minute rewrites on her speech.
And lots of MPs who are trying to get into other people's selfies. Alex Shelbrooke there, who incidentally, during Boris Johnson's last PMQs, I saw hold his head in his hands and do a throat-cutting gesture, which was indicative of the fact that the Prime Minister's days were up.
Yes, he's a friendly chap.
Yes, bless him. He's standing there with Deanna Davidson, so there's a bit of a mash-up of different constituencies and MPs. It's quite a shrewd move, isn't it, by Mark Fulbrook, who has masterminded Truss's campaign, to have a number of MPs signing up late to her campaign. I know that it's self-interested people wanting jobs, but it also creates the impression of more support in the parliamentary party. The gates are opening.
It was quite a shrewd move by him also to jump ship, because he was originally doing Penny Mordaunt's campaign, wasn't he?
Yes.
So he's done very well.
Mark Fulbrook, by the way, if you don't know, is a former associate of Linton Crosby that masterminded Boris Johnson's mayoral victories and also the 2019 general election. Fulbrook has been working on Liz Truss's campaign for some time. He is tipped as well to be central to her administration, Gordon. I think talk of him being chief of staff.
Yep, and nobody's disputing that. I think that seems pretty much nailed on.
Yeah.
He's been advising the Tories since the days of Margaret Thatcher. I think he first started working in their policy unit in about 1988. And then he carried on through the first couple of years of John Major. So he's a very, very old hand in terms of Tory policy and strategy.
That's another person I was
sort of beautiful people working at 10 Downing Street.
Standing at the front. Chris Philp. Now, Chris Philp isn't something
all hoping for a new job.
Known to a lot of people. Actually, I'm thinking that's Hudson Rowe, who used to represent Penny Mordaunt. He might be now
Hudson
working
Rowe.
So I'd love to have a job.
Yes,
Chris
I'd love to have a job in 10 Downing Street. Anything would do.
Yeah, he's looking right at us.
He is too.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about
he
Chris
knows that we're
Philp,
talking about him.
because Chris Philp has had this very subtle but quite meteoric rise up the ranks. I note that he's often put out on the broadcast round when it gets quite tricky for the government to defend different decisions. He's become quite copper-plated, and I think he'll feature, maybe not in the cabinet, Gordon, but in a ministerial role. He's currently digital minister, I believe.
Yeah, where would you put him? Have you got any thoughts on that?
I think he's really bright and an up-and-coming star of the party, and is a safe pair of hands on screen, and therefore I'd be tempted to put him somewhere quite senior, actually. I think you've got to promote some young blood, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, this was what the
youngsters in there.
You referred much earlier to the fact that there are no white men in the sort of top jobs, and there has been a bit of whinging about that, seemingly, that this suggestion that, you know, people who are younger MPs who are very talented are not getting their chance because she's more worried about what the cabinet looks like. That's probably very unfair. But I think he is probably one of those people that people are referring to.
I don't understand these criticisms of this. It is important what the cabinet looks like.
Yeah.
It is important that people are elected to senior positions
Here she
that
comes.
represent the electorate.
Yeah.
Here she
Well,
comes.
if you're being brutally cynical about it, if you
All
want to win
hail
an election,
Liz
you
Truss.
need people to think
Right.
that the party reflects the country.
At
And
long last, Gordon, here she comes. The
Wow.
motorcade has entered Downing Street. As you can see here, if you're watching the Telegraph live stream, it's Camilla Tommy and Gordon Rayner. We are going to zip it as soon as Liz Truss takes to the lectern. She's been in, she's been out as far as the weather's concerned. We had a moment earlier where, if you weren't watching, everyone went inside, and huge applause ringing out now in Downing Street, where all of Liz Truss's supporters, and nearest and dearest, those who have been supporting her throughout this lengthy campaign over the summer. She's coming out the car now, and a big cheer.
Well done,
Dressed in the blue
Liz.
that she was wearing when she saw the Queen at
Well
Balmoral
done.
earlier.
She's a happy
Feet
chappie,
under her
isn't she?
arm. And we shall let
See,
her
there's no
take
rain
the
going to
lectern
spoil
now.
her parade.
She's looking confident. She's striding there, happy that the heavens have closed momentarily.
quite a long walk, isn't it?
It's not raining on her parade, and here she is now.
Our new Prime Minister. Look at her. She loves it. Look how happy she is.
Good afternoon. I have just accepted Her Majesty the Queen's kind invitation to form a new government. Let me pay tribute to my predecessor. Boris Johnson delivered Brexit, the COVID vaccine, and stood up to Russian aggression. History will see him as a hugely consequential Prime Minister. I'm honoured to take on this responsibility at a vital time for our country. What makes the United Kingdom great is our fundamental belief in freedom, in enterprise, and in fair play. Our people have shown grit, courage, and determination time and time again. We now face severe global headwinds caused by Russia's appalling war in Ukraine and the aftermath of COVID. Now is the time to tackle the issues that are holding Britain back. We need to build roads, homes, and broadband faster. We need more investment and great jobs in every town and city across our country. We need to reduce the burden on families and help people get on in life. I know that we have what it takes to tackle those challenges. Of course, it won't be easy, but we can do it. We will transform Britain into an aspiration nation with high-paying jobs, safe streets, and where everyone everywhere has the opportunities they deserve. I will take action this day and action every day to make it happen. United with our allies, we will stand up for freedom and democracy around the world, recognising that we can't have security at home without having security abroad. As Prime Minister, I will pursue 3 early priorities. Firstly, I will get Britain working again. I have a bold plan to grow the economy through tax cuts and reform. I will cut taxes to reward hard work and boost business-led growth and investment. I will drive reform in my mission to get the United Kingdom working, building and growing. We'll get spades in the ground to make sure people are not facing unaffordable energy bills, and we will also make sure that we are building hospitals, schools, roads and broadband. Secondly, I will deal hands-on with the energy crisis caused by Putin's war. I will take action this week to deal with energy bills and to secure our future energy supply. Thirdly, I will make sure that people can get doctor's appointments and the NHS services they need. We will put our health service on a firm footing. By delivering on the economy, on energy and on the NHS, we will put our nation on the path to long-term success. We shouldn't be daunted by the challenges we face. As strong as the storm may be, I know that the British people are stronger. Our country was built by people who get things done. We have huge reserves of talent, of energy, and determination. I am confident that together we can ride out the storm. We can rebuild our economy, and we can become the modern, brilliant Britain that I know we can be. This is our vital mission to ensure opportunity and prosperity for all people and future generations. I am determined to deliver.
Who's beeping?
Thank you.
Well, that was short and sweet, Gordon.
Short and sweet. Oh, that's the husband.
A few minutes she's there with her husband, Hugh O'Leary, standing outside the door to number 10. Their new home office from day one. Talked very much again about delivery there, Gordon, repeating the sentiments that
She's
she
now the
expressed
Lord.
yesterday in the Queen Elizabeth Memorial.
She's now the
Centre, where she
Lord
said,
of
deliver. Just
Yeah.
talk
the
us through some of
Treasury.
the main points, Gordon, there, do you think?
Yeah, it didn't feel like a speech that's going to go down in history. Did it? It was a little bit flat. I
Didn't
think
sound
she
like a
put
speech that
put
will
a few
go down in
sound bites
history.
in
That's
there
fun.
that she will hope will be the headlines in the papers tomorrow. She talked about together we can ride out
At
the
least it
storm.
didn't rain.
She talked about as strong as the storm may be, I know the British people are stronger. She also said, of course, it won't be easy. I think there was quite a lot of more of the same in there, and that's not really her fault. She is still standing on the same manifesto that the Tory party was elected on in 2019, so she can't really come out and make huge new promises of things that are completely brand new. So she said that there were three main things that she was going to do. She said she's going to get Britain working again through tax cuts and reform. She said that they're going to get spades in the ground to make sure that people are not facing unaffordable bills. Secondly, she said that she was going to deal with the energy crisis, and probably the most striking thing she said was, I will take action
let's
this
go
week
over
to tackle
to a video
bills.
from.
So I think
Well,
we
that's
sort
politics
of
done now.
expected to see something very soon, but
Everyone, that's politics done. We're now going to go over for a Freddie release. This is just in, everyone. Freddie has done a video mentioning me and you, Marie, funny enough. So let's go over to Freddie and see what the Weddy has done. Here we go. Oh, let's go back to here and there and here. Is Matt Taylor trying to stitch up Marie Marlin? Who are you? Who is Limu? Who are you? The mouse says it knows who it is, and that Limu is a female who we all know very well. What makes you think that, mouse? Are you referring to Marie Marlin? Who are you? Is it because of this? I personally don't believe it is Marie Marlin, because she is the RQ of a lump of door shit. Oh, sorry, Marie. I hate to say that. And having a sock puppet, a cow to run would be too much for her brain to handle. So, I've already told everyone that it's me. Right? Fucking hell. How many times do I have to give you the hint? So, is Matt behind the Limu sock account and making it look like it's maybe Marie? Fuck knows for sure, but I think it is indeed Mr. Taylor. We have a winner! We have a winner. Shout out to Katie in the chat. It's just my opinion. You've probably got your own thoughts on it. Limu always writes in capital letters to try and disguise the writing. The words used and the context are just like Matt's too. I try my best, thank you. Did Matt forget which account he was in when he was writing this comment? Oh yeah, fuck, good, well spotted. Another eagle-eyed. I'm going to put Freddie to the eagle-eye list. Well spotted. Are you? But at the end of the day, who gives a flying fuck? Well, you certainly do, Freddie. Yeah, that's a Freddie thing. Very good. I really enjoyed that. Thank you, Freddie. That was awesome. Yes, so that was really good, wasn't it? No, fair dues. That was pretty fucking excellent. So, big shout out to Katie in the chat room. No, that was really good. Well done. Who are you? Who can you tell me who you are? Can you tell me who are you? So what do I want to do now? I want to get open the there, yeah. Freddie uses arm afraid, but he says it was in the sock at the time, so we got to believe him. Whatever they say, we must believe, haven't we? Surely. So didn't I do something about? Haven't I come out and admitted that I'm Limu already? If you haven't done so already, this is my BitChute account. Here it is. Who are you?
This may be the most proof I've ever seen that the Illuminati actually exists. Kelly Clarkson is interviewing Kevin Hart when she starts talking about being offered major money for sketchy things. Pay attention to Kevin's response.
In my face to do something I didn't want to do. And I just, you've been on, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Who done that? Yeah, I mean, fair dues to me. I am actually trained to drive cars very, very, very fast. Fucking hell, what's that? What the fuck is that? Oh my god. No, but I am trained to drive cars very, very fast. Which is why they called me Fast Driver. But let's just keep that between ourselves. That is actually top secret information. And if it did ever get back to the firm that I've just told you that, I may well be in a mortal danger. So let's just pretend I didn't actually say anything, right? Let's just move on. But that was nice of Freddie, wasn't it? Freddie. What I'm going to say is, let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. Get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on, sunshine. Let's get it on. There you go. Raj. Right. What we're going to do now. What we're going to do when they come for you. Freddie, I've already come out and told you. So I don't know what you're getting so excited about. Do you know what I mean? So apparently all Marie's messages... Yeah, because this is interesting. It says 31 comments, but only 5 are up. So someone's deleting someone's comments on there, aren't they? Bit of censorship. Oh, no, yeah, a bit of censorship going on Freddie's. But Freddie, you know, I've put the link out there. Come on in. But I was just discussing with Marie, actually. You and... Thanks for the exposure of my singing and poetry, says Harry. What a horrible little cunt that Harry is. So here we have kind of like, you know, Harry, he just doesn't care, does he? He just does not give a flying fuck if he hurts people. So for me, personally, Harry is a troll. By the very definition that he uses to define a troll, Harry is a troll. Because he does not give a flying fuck what he says towards people. Regardless of how hurtful they are, he don't give a fuck. He don't give a flying fuck. And Emily, you got played by the mouse. You got played by the mouse. In fact, what we'll do, we'll play a promotional video. Because I know how much you love my promotional videos.
The mouse, playing airhead Emily.
Each and every one of you know that I play you all off each other, and still you can do nothing about it, and never will be able to do anything about it, because you are all wrong-uns, and you will all destroy each other eventually, whether I'm mixing it or not, but I wouldn't miss playing my part in it for all the tea in China. That pile-on today was shocking, in that the people who took part in call-ins and in chat to attack Harry are all the same people who moan about people piling on them, total hypocrites.
I'm so disappointed. To go at him like that in a pack is cowardly.
I see you already heard it. Shocking stuff from total nutjobs who love poking their noses into people's private lives. That was vicious stuff.
Oh my god. I had listened to some, now a little more. I have no words. Well, I have. Who the heck do they think they are? It's not clever nor brave to go at someone like that. In a pack.
You can hear and see how exciting they all get when they are all piling on one person. Totally uncalled for. Cowards, all of them. They could call into Harry's live one at a time and have their say, but they wouldn't have the control that pack hunters need.
It's despicable. Bullies and cowards. Then some of them think they are heroes for calling in. Should be ashamed of themselves. Nothing to be proud of. What I've just listened to. Patronizing can come across in a kind of helpful way, but what it's doing is trying to make the other person look small. Even if it's not intentional, it can trigger, making them look silly. Raising your voice is a need of power, the need to take over a conversation and repeat things that have already been spoken about on a number of occasions. Even if it's not done intentionally, it can and does hurt people's feelings and makes them feel small.
You're a fucking joke, yeah? Yeah, you're a joke. You get paid a spanner for doing that to a spanner. Yeah, what's wrong with you? You get more proof why your ex dumped you. Put it down your kids'
I can really not listen to that shit said about me. I find it really hurtful. So I'm just going to gloss past that bit. Right, because, you know, being spoken to like that, it's
It is, right? It ain't no joke.
It ain't no joke, Harry. It ain't no joke.
I feel for Katie. I had no idea she was set up regarding Harry's video. That is so sick and very, very nasty. Oh my god.
I like your curly whirly hair. You're so squeeze. And I love it how you joke with me. They're so silly, they can't see that they can't take you away from me. Oh no, they can't take
take you away from me, 'cause you're my Emily, and I am your Harry. So it's called Cupcake. Yeah, that was my pet name for her. You were my cupcake. All I had was yours to take. I didn't even hesitate. I just couldn't see you were a fake. I remember the day you came my way. I thought you felt the same. You made me feel funny. You were sweet like honey. My grey skies changed to sunny. From the start, I gave you my heart. I thought we'd never part. It was like a dream. You were my queen. I thought I perfected my scene. You said you loved me, but it didn't last, because you couldn't give up your past. You had me in chains. I felt the strain. As my skies turned grey, then came the pain. I didn't realise you were the devil in disguise. And you were just telling me lies. You were just a snake who fucked my mates. I should have listened to my mother. You even had my brother. I was your sucker. There was no reason for your treason. I guess it was just lying season. You had an old body but a young mind, and left me in a bind while you were getting sexed in the city. You're probably thinking, what a pity. But it helped me write this ditty. Anyway, you thought I was sitting pretty, but like a sleuth, I uncovered the truth. To your surprise, I opened my eyes and saw straight through your disguise. I wished I'd died. You took me through such a ride. But you know what? I never even cried. You're sick that I uncovered your game, so you tried to give me the blame. But it could never stick, because I was so true and made you exclusive. I never made you feel blue. It's now conclusive. You treated me like shit. Now that's it. Your life's full of strife and no fun, because I took away your son. You know I was the one. It's too late. You could have been my wife if you didn't make the biggest mistake of your life. There you go. There you go. Yeah. A full self.
What a...
Matt Taylor's...
That's me yelling. It's supposed to represent me yelling, that is.
Because he don't like the truth. Like, things I said, the same thing.
I don't like what you said.
I only upset people being honest.
Because it isn't the truth.
Been abusive
You
or
little
controlled
cunt.
or anything.
Honestly, if you come in within a foot of me, I am going to put a fist in your face.
Right, you're making a man out of a molehill.
Fucking nasty piece of shit. And the same goes to you, James Hind, as well. Putting out the diatribe bullshit that you put out, not only about me, but the other people as well. You're thick as fuck, James Hind, and you're a nasty individual hiding behind a fake name. Even I just checked out your channel and you talk about you yourself in the third person. Talk about dissociative identity disorder. You're a fucking yellow coward, yellow belly bullshit. I hope I got my words right there. Fucking little tiny shite shit. Violence doesn't solve anything. Hey, it'll make me feel better, Dusk. It'll make me feel better. Having anyone speak to me like that. I think a close-up is involved. Anyone who speaks to me like that is going to get a fist in their face. It's just my nature. You know, when you get taught from an early age to fight, it's inevitable that you'll fight. We've got someone in the chat room. Let's go over. Right, here we go, everyone. We've got someone in the chat room. I just need to find where's the chat room. Here we go. It's hiding behind here. So hello, wanker. Hello, wanker. No, he's not going to say anything. We've got someone in there, but he's not going to say anything. Okay? No. I'm a wanker. Harry, a wanker. I don't know, it may be someone on that. But anyway, technical issues. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We've got someone in there, but we've got technical issues at the moment. So, let's leave it at that. We've got an email. I've got to save that. Okay. Bear with me, everyone. Talk amongst yourselves. I did take care of my Oh, phone down. Right. Okay. Getting some intel in here. I'm just getting some intel. Raj. Yeah. Raj. Yes. We got the intel we want. So, We have got some technical issues. The person in the chat is unable to speak at the moment because of the issues. What we're going to do, we're going to concentrate on the chat room. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Oh, I think that person has gone. Yeah, we have got some technical issues. Like I said, we should have the link here. Let's stick it out. I understand James Hind, the yellow belly Satanist from Brighton, will never come on because he'll never want that voice recognised by anybody else. He'll never want his voice recognised by his congregation. For all we know, James Hind could be a Roman Catholic priest. The evil emperor is so you, Matt. That should be your trademark visage. Yeah, thank you. I do enjoy the evil emperor. I do like the idea of having immense power, James, you know, the immense power to do good in the universe, to put those tidal turbines, getting that electricity flowing, making that hydrogen, getting us to the moon and back. Yeah, I'd love to have the power of an emperor. It will be awesome. So, feel free to come in and say hi. Let me do a close-up on that. I do like my close-ups. Feel free to come in and say hi. We all like a close-up, don't we? So, right. You have no power, Matt Taylor, it says Dave Simpson. Dave Simpson, nor do you, mate. So what was the use of that? Why? I've got the power to get rid of you, though, haven't I? And I've got the power to go live on YouTube and entertain you, haven't I? That's some power I got. But I've got more of a power than you, Dave, because you don't do this, Dave, do you? Why don't you do it, Dave? Is it because you haven't got the power? Or you got the power, but you decide not to use it? Or is it just because you're a yellow belly little fucking coward like James Hind? Is that why, Dave? Or is it just because you haven't got the confidence to do it, Dave? Either way, I think you should shut the fuck up. Especially you, the cunt reporting me. But then again, so does James. Hello, Dave. Do you think it's cheeky coming in Matt's live when you report them? Yeah, these people have no shame. You know, these people have no shame, but it's a good question. I'd like to see Dave's response. Hello, Dave. Do you think it's cheeky coming on Matt's live when you report him? The power of the dark side. It's equal to the power of the light side. Let's just get one thing straight, okay? It's equilibrium. Equilibrium. All that kind of jazz. Good live yesterday, Kate. Yeah. I don't think we ganged up on Harry at all. I mean, it's just totally... But then again, Marie, the mouse intentionally plays us all off each other. So even the mouse didn't think we ganged up on him. But that's what he does. And I found it very interesting that now Bex is using the word pack. You know, the pack. Unleashed on Harry. So Bex is now picking up the terminology used by the mouse. And the mouse is just putting that out there because he loves to fucking cause shit and play us off against each other. And of course, Emily laps it up. Emily falls for it. So Emily, you're not welcome in my chat. If you know, no one's welcome in my chat. That doesn't stop you coming in my chat. But no one is welcome in my chat if you support fucking horrible, low-life, yellow-belly trolls like James Hind, like David Simpson, and Harry Munker. You're not welcome. I'd rather you. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm sure you've got other things to find on YouTube. Mork says, you did gang up on Harry, Miss Marlin. You did. You did. It's time for a promotional video. Whenever I hear something complete and utter bullshit, I think I'm going to bore you all with a promotional video. Right, here we go.
Scumbag Wrongin, the mouse, just loves to shit stir, play us off each other, and mix it up. The mouse presents.
Matt loves anything that keeps the focus off him and brings traffic to his channel. Haven't you noticed? I love to shit stir among my enemies on YouTube. Matt does it to his friends, people who really like him. It's like some sort of disease he has. He has always been that way. That's why I always work hard to push everyone that I dislike onto his channel. It's the best place for getting you all to go to war with each other. I don't have to do anything. Each and every one of you know that I play you all off each other, and still you can do nothing about it and never will be able to do anything about it because you are all wrong-uns and you will all destroy each other eventually, whether I'm mixing it or not, but I wouldn't miss playing my part in it for all the tea in China.
Hoaxtead. Feel sorry for TaylorTV. Feel a bit sorry about Matt there. I've always thought we just had a piss, and that's what I've always thought. But if he's serious about, what if having a drink? Are you telling me I'm Dr. Bean?
Having a drink.
I like it. He's a character, and he's He's a character, and he belongs online.
He does. And he was one of the only few that actually let me.
Hey, Nicky Lee likes me.
And stop people being stupid.
Yeah, no,
That's happy with me. I'll take that.
He's alright. He's alright. Matt, if you're out there and you listen, I know you're a bit of a night owl and they must be up editing or doing something now, or making yourself floating Egyptian colour of a pyramid on your chest. Yeah, man, you've got to love it. You're telling me I can't dream.
You're telling me I can't dream.
Forever. So yeah, if you're out there, Matt, TaylorTV, glad to hear you've got rid of Jonathan King's art.
Got rid of him.
Try not to worry.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a great loss to be fair.
I don't think it's going to affect your channel.
Only once to be fair.
Oh, isn't Nicky Lee lovely? Isn't Nicky Lee lovely? You know, fair dues to Nicky Lee and Brian Harvey. I reckon Brian Harvey is the only other YouTuber who does anything in the same league as me. In fact, no, he's better than me. I sound a bit fucking arrogant now. But he's the only one who puts his face. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all very well. You know, I'm not criticising Katie, even though it may appear as if I'm criticising. But it's all very well doing lives. But this isn't a podcast platform. You know, I just cannot stand it when someone goes live and it's a blank fucking screen. And of course, I'm not criticising, but when Katie goes live, there's a blank screen. When Paddy goes live, there's a blank screen. When Kaylee goes live, there's a blank screen. You know, and these are all good-looking people. Paddy is a good-looking man. I want to see him. Katie is a gorgeous woman. She certainly turned me on the other day when she was talking about her buttocks, boobs, and the slow central BJ. It certainly got me bloody standing to attention, that's for sure. Let's go back. Hello everyone. I like power. Well, that Dave, you know, Dave's always quick to remind me, you ain't got no power, Matt. You ain't got no power, Matt. So anyway, where were we? Yeah, look, if you're going to go live, right, you know, entertain us. I cannot stand the old blank screen. Fucking hell. It's not a podcast platform, you know. They've got a screen to fill it. That's all I'm saying. Little ran over, okay? Little ran over. And what I was meaning, that's the only other person who makes full use of the resources available to him is Brian Harvey. I mean, the man sings. The man gives us jingles. The man gives us narration with his picture on the screen. And that's what I like about Brian Harvey TV, BHTV. So everyone, Mork, David Simpson, the evaluator re-evaluated. Wow, did that take you a long time to come up with that, Dave? The evaluator re-evaluated. That's deep, Dave. That's deep. You're an egomaniac, Matt. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, being an egomaniac, it's really great to have a YouTube channel because I can really channel my egomaniacness and issue. I just hope I can make some money out of it. Wouldn't it be great if I could become a millionaire out of my egomaniac? You know me. Anything more than 5 words, 5 letters even, I have difficulty with. Yeah. About 2 minutes, says your ego. No chance. Don't be shy. Come on in and say hi. You know, it's not humiliating for me to keep putting out the link and no one come in. Let's see what the close-up is like with my... Oh, yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Close-up's good, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I like my close-up. There we go. Hello. Hello. Tutankhamun. Oh, have I told you about the story about Tutankhamun? Very interesting. We've got a link for Taylor's. I won't tell you now because I'm not really asked, really. So, is anyone coming on? That's the big question. No. Why do I bother? You know, why do I bother if no one's going to come on, eh? Why bother? Why bother? Why bother indeed? Why bother indeed? Oh, you're so knowledgeable. You're so knowledgeable, Dave. So knowledgeable. So, how long have we been going now, anyway? Let's round it off for an hour. And let someone else have a chance to go live. That's what I say. So, thank you ever so much, everyone. Like I said, we only went live to hell. The new Prime Minister, Liz Truss. And that was some action there, wasn't it? I thoroughly enjoyed the action. Pissing down with rain. But then, the heavens ceased raining for Liz to come out and give her acceptance speech. So, like I said, I'm rounding it off in the next 3 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. This has been a special all hell Liz Truss. The only way to make this go another hour is to jump on in and say hi. But I tell you, I'm not going to fucking waste my time and yours if no one does. So, you got 3 minutes. I think you got under 3 minutes. You got to come up to 2 minutes to jump on in and say hi. Otherwise, we'll just say goodbye. And give someone else the opportunity to come on board and be an egomaniac. I recommend it to everyone. Hey, are you an egomaniac? No? Why not? It's awesome. All you need to do is get yourself a YouTube channel. If you're an ugly fuck like me, get Snapchat. It'd be awesome. Come in and show us your talents. Because you can bet your bottom dollar, Freddie won't. Nor will Dave Simpson. Nor will James Hind. None of them will. Because they're all fucking yellow belly pieces of shit. Mork, what are you fucking on, Mork? Right, we're coming up to the last minute. Thank you ever so much. Let's do a roll call. Thanks for everyone for joining me today on this special Hell Liz Truss. The United Kingdom has got itself a new Prime Minister. We are in to the last minute. Shout out to David Simpson for coming on board. Shout out to Marie Marlin. A special shout out to Marie Marlin because she was the first in the chat room. A big shout out to Katie T. Always lovely. Oh, Katie, I am off now. We're into the last minute. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to someone going live tonight. Big shout out to Mork, to Dusk Hades, and who else was brave enough to jump on board? Of course, the Brighton-based Satanist James Hind. We're coming up to the last 20 seconds, everyone. If I have missed everyone... Oh, Emily came on, didn't we? Yes. Shout out to Emily too. We're into the last 10 seconds, everyone. God bless. And I hope you all have a good evening. Remember, King Arthur loves you. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? Right. Good night. I could talk, Lenny. But why? Why bother talking, Lenny? I am live. I'm going to run the bath. So one of you lot are going to go live, aren't you? Hey? Are you still there, Matt? Am I still there? I've gone mad! Right. I'm going to run a bath. Who's going to go live? Somebody has to. You're hungover and depressed. I'm still shell-shocked by the news of Ross. And I'm going to my auntie's memorial on Saturday. Yeah, hungover and depressed. I wouldn't describe that at all. I'm loving life and I'm sober as a horse. Actually, Lenny, you do assume a lot, you do. You do assume a lot. Kwarteng for Prime Minister. Is that what everyone's going for now, is it? What a shambles. We'll wrap it off at 1:05. Let's say your goodbyes. You know, I'd love to talk more. But what do I get out of it? You know, what do I get out of it, eh? There's Katie. Katie's off watching something a lot more interesting. The Courier, apparently. Penny Mordaunt, yes. I'd say let's get... Anyway, I'm not going to get involved with politics with Lenny. Lenny of all people. Crikey. I'm devoting my life to politics, well, to King Arthur, so, yeah. Matt, what do you get out of it? You're coasting, son. Yeah, I'm coasting, yeah. I don't know what I get out of it, really. I get my ego fed, maybe, Lenny. Okay. God bless, Brian. God bless, Lenny. God bless. We'll wrap it up at 1:05. Thank you, everyone. Oh, yeah, so Katie's gone. She's watching the Courier. We're coming up to the last 30 seconds. No, I need a poo. Matt touching cloth. Oh, my God. Yeah, okay. God bless. And I'll catch you all again soon. I'm doing 10 days of mourning, by the way. 10 days of mourning. Why don't you go into radio? Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Lenny. I'm looking for jobs as a radio presenter. Right, I've pressed the end stream. We're going. 1:05. 3, 2, 1. Hadouken.